pretty sure I sent you the link already. Take your time. You're good, though. I'm just trying to get warmed up.
This is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.com.
Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Internet world, West Alabama, how we doing today on this Wednesday? Happy Hump Day. It is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral, BamaCentral.com. Hope you and yours are doing well. We are live in the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios, just off McFarland Boulevard, right here into Northport. Past the Tiger Rock, past the Rustic Rehab, right here on the left. You're watching us on the BamaCentral YouTube channel, on the BamaCentral Facebook page. You're watching us on my own social media machines at Joe Gaither 6, and you're listening to us, if you're my favorite, on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, Bubble, Red Circle, really wherever you get podcasts and the digital platforms, you can get us right there, the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral. We hope you and yours are having a great day. We're going to have a lot of fun. Man, yesterday was huge and packed. We had, did I hang up your, yeah, all right, you good? Perfect. We had a huge day yesterday. We had Rael Kelly join us yesterday. Rael Kelly joined us for right at 20 minutes, Alabama's newest safety commit. And so now we are 2 out of 16 on the Alabama commits. So we're trying to get to 3. I think we will get to 3 at least. I've got some positive vibes with a third going right now. You'll probably see that on Friday. So excited. So very excited. Then we heard from Larry D, professional wrestler who has been freelancing all over the place, and he will be at New Era Wrestling. You saw him on TNA Impact, all over the place. And he will be at New Era Wrestling here pretty soon, July 12th. So July 12th, I will be there doing the guest ring announcing Star Spangled Bash. And we're getting so excited. If you're looking for tickets, you can find them in my bio, Eventbrite. It'll be 7:30 on that Saturday, July 12th in Jasper, Alabama. You can use promo code Larry D, all one word, for 25% off. With all that being said, Mason Woods is getting comfortable. We're getting going. Follow Mason Woods at MAWoods_ on the Twitter machine. He's got a very busy day ahead of him as another 5-star is on the hook. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Brian Williams Jr. He committed last night. What do we see out of the long, lengthy wide receiver? And why is he underrated? I got an answer for you right there. So we'll talk about Brian Williams Jr. We're going to talk about Heisman Trophy odds. We will talk about Walter Camp All-Americans, preseason All-Americans. And then we will probably get into, if we have some time, Players Era Festival. We might get into some EA Sports 26 ratings, some player ratings. Our man Hunter DeCyber getting all the top 100 Alabama players. I think there's 7 in the top 100. So we're so excited. We're going to have a great show. Follow Mason Woods at MAWoods_ on the Twitter machine. And call Derek Daniel for all your insurance needs, 205-758-3391. With that, Mason, you locked and loaded? You need more time? You need a little more exposition? How are we feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Ready to get into this. Got a, like you said, big-time recruit coming up today. Hopefully going to be picking Alabama. I think a lot of signs are pointing that way. And then, like we also said, ready to talk about another big recruit that committed yesterday. So a lot of good things going Alabama's way this week.
Yeah, let's start. Let's start with Brian Williams Jr. Brian Williams last night. Well, do you want to start with the more fun aspect? He's sitting there on a panel with 2 or 3, 4 wide receivers, and one receiver says, "Oh, I was committed to Auburn. I'm choosing Kentucky."
That is, that is the perfect, perfect way to summarize the state of Auburn's football program right now. A player selecting the Kentucky Wildcats over the once national champion Auburn Tigers.
Yikes. Major yikes.
Ooh.
Hugh Freeze, you now have 6 commits for your class of 2026. Where were we 3 weeks ago, Mason? 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, we were Alabama in the 50s with 3, 4 commits, somewhere in that range, 5 commits. I don't know. I can't remember the exact number. I don't want to.
You've gotten, I think, 10 in the last month.
Right. So you were a month ago in the 50s with 5 or 6 commits, and all the people on the other side of the state were dancing on your grave. Hugh Freeze is going to make your head spin. And now a month later, I mean, we told you. I'm sorry, not to pat ourselves on. Somebody was trying to get after me yesterday, and he said, "Okay, Joe Stradamus," and I said, "Oh, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that as a positive." We told you a month ago. Just give it some time.
A little bit.
Just take a deep breath. It's the way that the recruiting goes. And now a month later, the tables have turned dramatically. Alabama is in the top 10 with 16 total recruits, and we'll get into the latest one. And then Auburn is having recruits jumping ship left and right, choosing other schools, choosing Kentucky by all means. They now have just 2 4-star recruits. The rest, oh man, they've got 3 stars too. I think it's fine. I'm sure that they've evaluated those players as probably decent to good. But 6 commits for the Auburn Tigers, and now their recruiting ranking on the 24/7 page is at 89.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a coach in the SEC that cared less than Mr. Stoops up there in Kentucky, but Hugh Freeze might be taking that crown.
How do you think that the golf game's going? You think he's mastered the driver?
It's got to be. I mean, it's got to be good. He's probably moved now to maybe just sticking to the simulator so he can do it in hiding because everybody found out about it. But it's got to be looking good. The moment they make that decision to fire him and he hits that buyout, he will be at whatever the nearest pro-am is, tearing it up.
He's going to go hit all the nice golf courses throughout the country. He's going to go to Pebble Beach. He's going to go.
He'll start a YouTube channel.
Right.
That'll be it.
He'll start a YouTube channel playing golf and talking football.
Man.
Well,
backed themselves into a corner. Auburn has.
Yeah, you think whoever sees? I saw somebody last night. I don't know who it was that I saw on the Twitter machine that said, "I don't think anybody will ever use a plain background with the clouds in it again for their photos."
No, I don't believe that will be happening. I would imagine many teams will not be using the "why not us?"
Why not the Joe Gaither show?
It's just not a lot of good things happening over there for Auburn. I have a very good friend of mine who's a big Auburn fan, and me and a few of my other
weeping
friends
in the cereal this morning.
Big Alabama fans for the most part, unless some of them are and everything. And me, we have just been ridiculing him, and he is not just at this point not even responding anymore. And it's like it's not even fun, you got to at least give us something back. But I can't blame him. I would be curled up in a hole somewhere if my team was performing this poorly as well.
Yikes. Well,
I think he's just looking forward to basketball season.
We're not covering Auburn though. We're covering the Alabama Crimson Tide, who is rolling on the social media machines. If yesterday's show wasn't so busy, I would have spent a long time on Courtney Morgan's $1 Million Man tweet. You've been getting after him. What's the movie that he's been using with the drive-by?
Menace to Society.
Okay.
Good movie.
Yeah, and he's hit us with the Ice Cube. It's a good day. Mm-hmm. But last night or 2 nights ago, Owen Cabell commits, and he hits you with the $1 Million Man. And if there wasn't a whole lot to get into, my ancillary topic would have been, let's go through and rank the best $1 Million champions. Of course, stunning Steve Austin before he went to Stone Cold. Steve Austin is number one. Yes. Everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. Oh, Courtney Morgan again last night. I did not recognize the GIF because I wasn't really looking for it. I kind of checked out after we posted our video. But Brian Williams Jr. commits to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Brian Williams Jr. I got to get off my Hugh Freeze pages. 6'4", 258 pounds. No, excuse me. 6'4", 185 pounds from Orlando, Florida. Rated as a 3-star recruit. And big old man. Let's put on his film real quick and watch this. He's got a full junior season tape that is about 245.
Last night's gift from Courtney Morgan, Boogie Nights.
Oh, nice.
I don't really know what the context is, but that's Luis Guzman from Boogie Nights.
Dancing?
I guess so. I saw that movie one time when I was pretty young. I don't really remember it that well, but I do remember that somewhat.
Well, what I read about Brian Williams Jr. is that the tape we're watching right here, the junior tape, is really his first foray into football. I'm reading was a basketball player, hurt as a sophomore, didn't really play football as a sophomore. So just to get it all out of the way, the 3-star stuff, I think, is just because not really been exposed to the game that much. And I don't know about, what kind of camps he might have went to or didn't go to, but really you can put on these 3 minutes and you can see a receiver that, will go up and get it. High point to football. You see an elite athlete, a long striding runner, getting down the field. Now, you probably want him a little quicker off the line. Let's just be honest. But I see a player that fits exactly what Ryan Grubb, exactly what Kalen DeBoer, what they're looking for, getting down the field, catching, contested catches, stretching the defense so that the running game can operate. And so the secondary has a lot to worry about. I think that this is another player that these guys have really scouted and feel good about. And I think this wide receiver core is really, really, really coming together.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think this kid, like you said, there's a reason that he is rated what he is, and it's not really anything to do with his actual skill set. It's maybe more of an experience thing. And I think you see a little bit of that on this highlight that you're watching. You see any of the issues that he has. It's a lot of things that are pretty easy to clean up. It's not really, he's not fast enough. It's not, he's not athletic enough. It's not, it's not, he can't catch. He has hands. He is fast. He is athletic. He is a good route runner. He just needs to clean up a few little things here and there, and that is what coaching can do. And Alabama certainly has good coaching. So I feel I'm very excited about this. Another guy like Cabell, who's probably going to take a little bit to find his footing here in this system, but I think once he does, will be very, very effective.
Yeah, we got to put another 15, 20 pounds on him, get him to 6'4", 205, 210. That's kind of what I would like to see him, get to when he's here. But look, even with the inexperience, you see his high school in these 3-by-1 formations, and he is the one, right? He's the one over here. So he's already playing an alpha type role. Dog.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Committed to Alabama over Florida. Was it Notre Dame and Penn State were the others? I think I saw Notre Dame was pretty high on his list as well. And so do you trust? I mean, Notre Dame deep in the playoffs last year. Florida not going to let a talent try to get away from him right there in Orlando. I think that you can ignore the star rating and see who is after him, put the tape on and say, yeah, he can fit in the Crimson Tide. He can fit in this offense. I'm very excited about Brian Williams Jr. And I think who's longer? What group is going to be longer? Yeah. The defensive back group or the wide receiver group? I mean, the wide receiver group, you brought down a little bit because of Latia Brooks and Cole Adams. Sorry, guys, you bring the numbers down just a little bit. But on the whole, like you take your tallest 5 wide receivers for Alabama, and obviously this is kind of we're projecting forward towards 2026. But you take your tallest 5 and you take your tallest, longest 5 defensive backs, and you're starting to see aliens on the outside.
It's an arms race. Like I said, it's crazy. It is just each coaching staff battling each other to see who can get the lengthiest skill player for their side of the ball.
Like, no wonder we're recruiting 6'4" wide receivers. Somebody's got to catch a pass in practice. Somebody's got to go challenge Dijon Lee. Somebody's got to go challenge a guy like Rayo Kelly that we had yesterday. Somebody's got to go like Xavier Mincy as well. Like,
it's crazy. It is. I don't think I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was an Alabama guy or someone else. But I saw this floating around on my Twitter. Within the last week or 2 weeks, however long it's been. But one of these lengthy, very tall defensive backs talking about or maybe it was a receiver one. Regardless, the player talking about I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to catch a pass over someone that tall. And I really don't think a lot of people, and you included, I don't think anybody gives them enough credit. That is a very, very tall person. And most of these guys have wingspans beyond how tall they are. I'm pretty sure Jordan Edmonds, if I remember right, had like a 6'8" wingspan or something. It was crazy. So that puts so much more stress on an offense to complete passes. It just makes it so much harder, so much harder than if it was a 5'11", 6-foot guy. It just really adds that extra layer of difficulty that is not stated enough.
All right, so let's stay in the recruiting vein as Everett Osmer comments on how hilarious you are, Mason. And I think Everett has a voicemail for us that we'll get to in just a little bit. I do want to play his voicemail. You can call the voicemail line at 205-462-7340, extension 800. Let's stay in the recruiting lane because, okay, Owen Cabell, okay, Brian Williams Jr., 2 for 2. Will Courtney Morgan and them boys go 3 for 3 and pull in Sedarian Morgan at noon today?
That's what it certainly seems like. Pretty much by everything I have seen over the last, pretty much a couple weeks now, almost, if not longer. Excuse me.
Don't
I
die.
think Alabama.
Don't die over there.
I think Alabama is the top team, is the team to beat here, is the team in the lead for this player. We talked about Auburn a little bit ago. I know Auburn was in contention here, but
There is no way he's going to Auburn after what's going on now.
I do not believe that is what's happening. I think he is locked in with the Crimson Tide, and I think Alabama gets him one with Sedarian Morgan here.
I'll catch your breath.
Yeah, I'm struck whenever.
No, you're good. I see you right there. I don't want you to hurt yourself. At 12 o'clock, you get you another 5-star. You get another 5-star, and that'll be 4 in the class, and you're going to go up from 8 to 6, 8 to 5. I didn't do the calculations. You can play the calculator game on 24/7, but you're going to go You're definitely going to go up. Wow, that's at 12:30. Oh, that comment doesn't make sense to me. You're definitely going to go up in the recruiting rankings. And once again, you're going to be sitting here the first week of July thinking, oh, a month ago it was so bad, and now, oh, it's all taking shape. It all looks like it's coming together. Sedarian Morgan is, in my opinion,
you can say it.
Is he the most important recruit in the class? No.
We kind of,
because he's in state. That's my big draw here.
I think a lot of people put this label on Ryan Williams a little bit of like he's the Julio Jones for Kalen DeBoer. Is it Sedarian Morgan though? Is he like the Julio Jones for this regime?
Well, right, because Ryan was. I think Ryan was pretty much coming here anyways.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I think this is really the one. It's like, oh wow,
my man JRB3 on the Twitter machine. Here you go, Mason. How much is Auburn throwing at Sedarian Morgan today? Because of everything that they've lost and because of the recruiting trail. Did they call him last night after that wide receiver decommitted and was just like, hey man, whatever number we already told you, double it?
I mean, if anybody's making a call, sure, probably. I'm not even sure that there's anybody making a call. There might be someone making it without Hugh knowing about it, maybe.
Right, because you've got to make it now fall in line with all the rules. You either have to get him a legitimate business that says, "Oh, I'm Sedarian Morgan, and this is Sedarian Morgan, Auburn Automotive, whatever it is, right? For whatever number that is," or you've got to take it out of the allotment of the 20.5. I'm sure they're getting 17, 16, something in that range for a football team. You've got to take it out of Deuce Knight's pocket and put it into Sedarian Morgan's spot. So like the salary cap becomes a little like it's not really a hard cap anymore. It's not a hard cap like you would think it would be, but it's like a soft cap. You still got to operate within a certain parameter, and it's like, well, do we try to get Sedarian Morgan a really big NIL deal and try to get it past the Deloitte? Get it clear the Deloitte clearinghouse, or do we take it out of Deuce Knight's pocket and say, Deuce, we'll get you it becomes finagling numbers here.
Do you think that they wish they maybe have paid Peyton Thorne a little less money now?
Jackson Arnold.
Sorry. Wow.
You're right. You're right. Shoot. Should have.
What was that reported deal? $3 million is what I remember seeing.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure how accurate.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Sure, but
what's he actually worth? $800K less.
Yeah,
$650.
What did we talk about Diego Pavia getting paid a few weeks ago? It was I think he was making $150K a month or 150K a year at Vanderbilt. So yeah, sure, take that, buddy.
Yikes. So 12 o'clock, Sedarian Morgan is expected. We'll put that caveat. Expected to commit to the Crimson Tide. And really, really looking forward to that because, man, what will Courtney Morgan go with?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Will Courtney
Morgan,
will he do the Birdman? Give you the Birdman hands? You know,
that'd be a good one. That'd be good. Oh man, I don't know. I'd have to. We'd have to think about it. I'd have to do some searching because he's got a very wide range that he utilizes here. The wrestling one surprised me. I wasn't anticipating that. You know, it's been a lot of movie gifts and things, but then that one I was like, okay. So I'd be interested to see what he goes with. Maybe it's something brand new that we've just never even seen before. Who knows?
Yeah, for Sedarian, he's probably got something I got something for you. All right, let's move into a little quarterback talk. Well, I want to move into Heisman Trophy odds, but in order to do that, let's go ahead and play our voicemail from Everett Osmer, 205-462-7340, extension 800. Everett called us on the voicemail line. I think he's not happy with you, Mason. Let's get this.
Everett from Marion. Mason, hush your mouth. Ty Simpson is the best quarterback ever. Okay, enjoy y'all's show. Thank you very much.
Oh, we need to play that again. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, guys, this is Everett from Marion. Mason, hush your mouth. Ty Simpson is the best quarterback ever. Okay, enjoy y'all's show. Thank you very much.
We haven't seen him play. How could we say this? Everett. Come on. You watched Bryce Young play. You watched Tua Tagovailoa play. You watched, you watched Jalen Hurts play even. Any of these guys. We haven't even seen Ty play. He very well, you know what? I sincerely hope that he proves me wrong and that I am sitting here however many months from now in December and January and maybe March by the time the college football season ends at this point. Who knows? And I have been proven wrong by Ty Simpson. He has been the best quarterback in the country. He has won the Heisman Trophy. He's going on to be the first round pick in the NFL, top 5, top 3, number 1 overall pick, whatever it is. I hope that happens. However, it will not happen. I do not believe.
Are you following Trent Richardson on the Dynasty? Trent Richardson puts out a little statement from his podcast saying, don't forget, Ty Simpson was a 5-star quarterback as well.
A lot of people are 5 stars.
So Trent Richardson basically kind of went out on a limb for Ty Simpson, saying that he was at the facility. Here's the quote: "People act like Ty Simpson wasn't a 5-star too. He's the real deal." Is the Trent Richardson assessment? Real deal. Now, people at the Manning Passing Academy said, "Oh, one of the best arms we've seen this year. One of the best arms they get all the counselors. They throw that long bomb and everybody oohs and ahs." Ty Simpson, one of the best arms. He's at the Passing Academy with Kate Klubnik. He's at the Passing Academy with one Arch Manning. No, not moving you one bit.
I mean, do you want to hear?
Yes, I want to hear it. Give it to me. The people,
they are all pieces of the same pie in my they are all these are all Arch Manning might have them a little more upside than the other two, maybe. Haven't seen it yet. I'm still not really even buying it. None of them do anything elite. They are all pretty good, and that's awesome. That's great for college football. That will get you very, very far in college football. That's not what I'm looking for.
All right, I don't want to spend too much time making Mason uncomfortable. Let's spin it into a real topic here. The Heisman Trophy odds from Circus Sports. Circus Sports.
You're going to make me say something really mean about Arch Manning.
Yes, I am. But I really want to know where you're spending your $100, right? You're getting your $100. We're looking at our odds. And the real question is, are you spending your $100? Here's the question. Are you spending your $100 on Ty Simpson at 30-1 or on Ryan Williams at 40-1?
That's tough. Ryan Williams is going to get a lot of targets and touchdowns taken away from him by Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah. I mean, name one of them. I don't truthfully, I don't foresee Ty Simpson putting up Heisman level numbers.
I mean, your wife is at home. She needs you to cash this bet. You I'm sorry, but
I mean, if I'm picking a player that has better odds, I'm going to go with Ryan Williams.
oh,
I'm going to take Ryan Williams because he already has the national hype going into this season, already poster boy, face of college football that plays well on commercials, plays well in getting people to watch your Heisman ceremony, getting people to watch the ads that are associated with your Heisman ceremony, so on and so forth. I'm gonna take Ryan Williams here.
all right. So let's look at these odds because those are the two Alabama names on this list. Circus Sports gives us their Heisman Trophy winning odds. Arch Manning leads your odds 5-1. Gus, I'm just going to read you a handful here. Arch Manning 5-1. Garrett Nussmeier number 2. You do not cash that bet. Do not place that bet. Garrett Nussmeier at 8-1.
I almost want him to play well at this point, just to like stick it to you.
I mean, he will against bad opponents, just like he did last year. If the defense of the team is bad, he will play well. If the defense is quality, if the defense shows him any different looks after the snap,
Alabama.
you're bleeped, buddy. I'm sorry. Cade Klubnik 9-1, Drew Aller 12-1, Jeremiah Smith. Here's your first wide receiver 16-1. That might be a winning play right there.
I like that. I do like that.
DJ Lagway at 17-1. I love Lenora Sellers at 19-1. That's
I like that odds wise. I don't think it's happening though, but you might get a good cash out if you put some money on that.
Former Joe Gaither show guest Julian Sayin is at 20-1 with Ohio State. You got Carson Beck 25-1 with Miami. Bryce Underwood. This is a sucker bet. Do not bet on Bryce Underwood at 28-1. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know you're Michigan fans. Do not do that. He'll be good enough, but they're just trying to steal your money. John Mateer at 30-1. I know Hunter Brantley's already went to the window for that. Ty Simpson, here we go. Yep, Ty Simpson and John Mateer tied at 30-1. You got Sam Levitt, Arizona State, 35-1. Austin Simmons, we talked about him just briefly yesterday, 35-1. Gunnar Stockton, 40-1, right there with Ryan Williams. Who else do we like? Jeremiah Love at 48-1. That's actually probably, if you're picking a running back and you're trying to make some money. That's what is it? It's 48 times 100 is $4,800, right? So that's almost $5,000 for your $100. I think that's if you're trying to look for value right there. That's
pretty good.
What is it? Jordan Aguilar? It's Joey Aguilar, right? The Tennessee quarterback. All right, is at 55-1. If you like Jackson Arnold, you can get him at 60-1. Miller Moss.
I do not.
At 60-1 as well for Louisville. Marcel Reed also 60-1. Caden Salter 60-1. Dylan Raiola 65-1.
Patrick Mahomes.
There we go. Nico Iamaleava at 70-1, and then you got a bunch of 100-1. Here's the notables for me: Cam Coleman, Caleb Downs, Haynes King, all at 100-1. You taking Cam Coleman at 100-1?
No, I will not be. I would consider maybe Caleb Downs, I guess, just for the kind of the cash out option, but not even really that seriously.
What Alabama players should be on this list? This is 100-1.
Is there any defensive guys that should be here?
If LT Overton gets himself 18 and a half sacks, maybe.
Sure.
If he converts every single one of those almost sacks into a sack, maybe with a couple forced fumbles.
I mean, I think the only two real options are on there. Now, look, this is, we might see a monster season from Isaiah Horton or something that we are not quite anticipating here, or maybe one of these running backs. But, I think as far as like what we're looking at, Ryan Williams is obviously one of your options to maybe be a Heisman candidate this year, and then you probably got to look at your quarterback, whoever it may be. Probably Ty Simpson.
So not Jam Miller.
No, unfortunately.
Not Richard Young.
I don't think that any of them do it all themselves enough.
Right. Jeremiah Love, I love that 48-1 because they're gonna run his legs off.
You remember, just how much Derrick Henry got utilized. It'll look like that. Not, maybe not production wise, but as far as just one usage after the other. Here's 15 carries in a row from Jeremiah Love. Here we go. How
many can you handle? And we'll give you one more. Whatever your number is, you're taking two more, sir.
That's going to be interesting. a fun brand of football to watch at times, but boy, in those slugfest games, that's going to get boring quick. But I'm going to love it. The real football heads will love it.
Mm-hmm. I think if I had to look, we do not endorse gambling irresponsibly on this show. Only gamble if you can afford it, because look, we know money is tight everywhere for everyone. But we just like to play the game here mentally. I think. Let's see. All right, Mason. Now you get the whole field. You got the DM I sent you, so you can see the whole field.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
You're not limited to Ty, and you're not limited to Ryan Williams, so you get the whole field. But your wife needs you to cash the bet, needs you to bring some money home. Give me maybe a 1, 2, 3 of who you like the best, or maybe just a 1, or you just kind of give me an assessment so that you are making your wife happy.
Let's see. We'll go 3, 2, 1 here. Third, give me like we just discussed. Give me Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
Second. I kind of like John Mateer, just for similarly to, like I have said, the cash out option there. I imagine he puts up decent numbers this year, gets pretty deep in the season where it's looking like a candidate, and then you maybe are faced with a semi good cash out option there. And my last one, I'm gonna go Cade Klubnik. And I think it's because I've been swayed by a recent bit of media I've consumed, just talking about how good Clemson's going to be this year. I watched this YouTube video about it. Guy that I watch on YouTube broke it down, and he convinced me. I'm bought in on the Clemson Tigers for this season. I think they're going to be very, very good, and a good Clemson team led by a competent quarterback, which I think Cade Klubnik is. I imagine he's a Heisman finalist at the very least.
I love that. My 3, okay. Lenoris at 19-1. I mean, yes, because I think Lenoris is going to be a finalist, and I think he's going to be the best quarterback in the SEC this year. Sorry, Arch, I love you, but your value is horrific.
It's gotten so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, yes, cashing in, taking a $500 payout would be great, but I think you can make better value somewhere else. Lenoris is probably number 1 for me. Lenoris 1. Lenoris 1, we're going to go, I'm going to follow you and go with Jeremiah Love 2 at 48-1 as far as trying to cash out some money. Oh, my gosh, don't do it, Joe. Oh, don't do it. And yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Don't tell me you're about to say Drew Aller.
No, absolutely not. I'm flirting with Ty with the value. The value is so, like, if I can put $100 and take away $3,000, and all he's got to do is hit the open man. Sure. Efficiency. Because if we think that Lazio Brooks and Cole Adams are good enough, if we think Isaiah Horton and Jeremy Bernard are running people off on the outside, if we think that Ryan Williams is doing all of that and the options are just so abundant, I mean, will it be – I mean, we got the comment yesterday from one of our Facebookers saying why the Mac Jones hate, but Mac was a Heisman Trophy finalist. Was he second or third that year? Doesn't matter, but he was second or third, and
it was a COVID year. I do think that is a massive asterisk.
Okay, all right.
Just a weird year in general, but I mean, you are right.
I feel like I would take a huge risk. Like that would be the biggest. Like I feel safe. Playing Lenore Sellers. I feel like that he's at least going to be. I think all of this caveat is staying healthy. Duh. Sure. But if he stays healthy, I think that he's going to be good enough to have South Carolina in some conversations, and he's going to be in New York. Same with Jeremiah Love. Notre Dame's going to be in some – now, Notre Dame's schedule is not very easy, particularly on Notre Dame standards. It's harder than a typical Notre Dame schedule. Yeah. Not an SEC schedule, but it's harder than usually Notre Dame plays.
I do think a lot of 2020 also, with Mac Jones being a finalist, was – and maybe I'm misremembering, but just the way in which Alabama beat everybody that season.
Oh, beat the dog mess.
I mean, beat them like they were not even on the same level.
Yeah,
like
we're not playing the same sport.
You have to recreate that. And while this team is very good.
No, you're right.
I don't know that they do that this year. I don't know that they're beating everybody by 21 or more.
Mac didn't have his jersey washed, but maybe twice.
Exactly. This team is good.
Ty's going to have his jersey go through the laundry pretty much every week.
Yeah, I think so. So that's going to hurt him a little bit.
That offensive line was
I
insane.
mean, come on. Like, it was.
Do we want to maul you and let Najee Harris pick a hole, or do we want to just protect Mac and let him just sit back, and bomb it to Devontae? I think that's a huge fact. Okay, so we're talking me out of a tie at 3. So I got to pick a third. Do I take? Is it Kelvin? It's Kelvin Jennings from SMU.
Oh, that's a good one.
At 42 to 1.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, because I mean we're trying to go dark horses to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I like that one. I do like that.
I'm never going with you on Joey Aguilar at 55 to 1. Marcel Reed at 60 to 1. No.
So maybe Salter at Colorado.
Yes, Caden Salter at Colorado 60 to 1. That's a play that I might make. Nico Yamaliava, I don't believe in you either, buddy. And Haynes King, you're not going to get enough love at LSU, or excuse me, at Georgia Tech at 100 to 1. Yeah, I think that would be my third. It's Kelvin, right? Kelvin Jennings.
So.
It's Kevin.
Oh, it is Kevin. Look at there.
No L, Kevin.
All right.
I'll take the L. Well, there we go. Heisman Trophy odds are out for Circa Sports. I would love to know who you are gambling on. My man JRB3 says 30 to 1. Ty Simpson, are we? Should I jump in? Like, if you believe in the whole offense, I'm tempted.
I just think for the reason, like I said, I think him getting there would take Alabama stomping undefeated. Everyone into oblivion, undefeated, and I'm not super confident they're getting there.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's gonna be hard to go to Athens.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard to go to Athens. It's gonna be hard to go to Williams-Brice Stadium. It's gonna be. There's like 2 more road games that I think. I think you're winning Florida State at Florida State.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm not looking at the schedule off the top of my head, but there's another road game that I thought, ooh, that's going to be challenging. But all right, so that makes for a lot of fun. Carolina. 59 days away from kickoff. What else was on our list today, Mason? We had a lot of things on our list today. We hit the recruits. We hit Sedarian Morgan. We hit Heisman Trophy odds. Do you want to go into these 7 players listed in the EA Sports Top 100? Because our man, Hunter DeCiver, wrote us a great article.
Yeah, we can do that. I do want to say before we do. It just preposterous that Arch Manning is the top of that list.
That's gambling, buddy. They're trying to take the dummies' money.
Yes, but just like the hype for this man, for this boy, this child, has gotten so ridiculous. He has done nothing at this level of meaning. He's played some garbage time and he's looked all right. That's what we're going off of here.
But Ryan Wingo is really good, and Steve Sarkisian's a genius.
Sure. Let's see how far did that get Quinn Ewers?
I mean, they got to the playoffs.
They got him undrafted.
He got an undrafted quarterback to lead them to the SEC championship game and the playoffs.
I think there's 2 ways to look at it.
That Steve Sarkisian's a genius. So what will he do with a real talent?
Do we know that he is one?
I mean, I'll go out on that limb, and you can saw it off me. Let's saw it off the tree later if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The jury's still out for me. I think he's good. But I'm not gonna say that he's some great, amazing, whatever. I haven't seen it yet.
Yes, I will. Okay, so I wrote down Brian Williams. I wrote down Heisman Trophy odds. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Walter Camp, All-Americans, Players Era Festival, and let's take a quick peek at EA Sports. EA Sports new games coming out next week. We're trying to finish our last season right here. I don't think we're gonna get it finished. I'm going out of town this week, and I told the guys to put me on autopilot. We might get it finished before Sunday or before Monday's new edition gets going, but let's look at this year's version of Alabama. Alabama is the highest rated team on the game.
Yeah, that's not that
at
shouldn't be the case.
89.
I don't think Alabama has earned that.
Why not? They have the best defense on the game. 96 overall. 96. That is iron.
That smells like rat poison. That is. I don't know. Maybe the reigning national champion should be the highest ranked team in the game, possibly. That just stands to reason to me.
Let me just see what those rankings are, team rankings, because
I don't understand how a team that missed the playoff is your highest ranked team. I get that. Look, I'm very high on this Alabama team. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very, very good football team.
Yeah, Texas is
But
2.
It's all projection based. It is not. We have to base rankings in fact. We cannot base rankings in projection.
Alabama 89, Texas 88, Ohio State, Penn State, and Notre Dame, Georgia, Clemson, Texas A&M, all at 88. So all these teams are tied for number 2. Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Clemson, and Texas A&M all at 88. Just one tick behind Alabama.
Did Texas A&M do something that I'm not aware of?
Well, I mean, they're always recruiting high and oil money, baby.
It has meant nothing for the last 10 years. Why would it mean anything this year?
Yeah, but Elko had a good year last year for a first year. It was resetting the program. It was a good first year reset.
What, they had that one good win?
Now you're gonna make
now
me.
we got to talk
me
about
look
it
it
now
up
because I don't. I'm remembering the one. It was in who did they beat? It was a big kind of dramatic game. Oh, I don't remember. Was it? They beat Notre Dame or something? Wasn't that what it was?
They did beat Notre Dame, I believe. Let's see, schedule and results right there. 2024. We lost Notre Dame 24-13.
Oh,
You smacked McNeese State. You smacked Florida. You smacked Bowling Green. You smacked Arkansas, Missouri. You went on the road to Missouri. Or no, you hosted Missouri. Missouri.
I remember that.
That was number 9 overall.
Was Missouri getting exposed for being a fraud.
Yes,
yeah.
Missouri 41-10. You smacked Mississippi State by 10. You smack LSU by 15. You lose to South Carolina pretty bad. You beat New Mexico State, and then you end the year on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Auburn, Texas, and then USC in the bowl game, Las Vegas Bowl.
This does not move me. I'm not impressed by that.
8-5.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by that. That does not earn you this ranking.
Okay, I mean that's fine. 8-5. No argument. No arguments there.
Come on.
You got a couple good wins. I mean, you expose, as you said, Missouri.
Yes.
You got two top 10 wins.
I mean, as we just said though, Missouri was not good,
but they were in the top 10, bro.
That means nothing. We got again. We have to base these things in fact. Which the fact of the matter was, Missouri was a bad team.
Lost the first game.
LSU was your best win that season.
Went on a 7-game win streak,
and that's an all right LSU team. This is like LSU at the worst they've been in a decade. But yeah, you got that one.
7-game win streak gets derailed by South Carolina. You come back and you smack New Mexico State, and then you lose at Auburn. You remember that 43-41? Wasn't that like multiple overtimes or something?
It's gross.
And then you lose the rivalry game to Texas 17-7. Hook 'em, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not moved by the results of that season.
Still little brother.
Not buying anything that Mike Elko's selling right now.
Still little brother. Get out of here. So they're at 88, and then you got a bunch of teams at 86.
You're telling me that team is just as good as Georgia?
No. I mean, of course
on.
It's not. It can't hold a candle to Georgia and Texas. But get out of here. Go buy more talent. Oregon, LSU, Miami, Florida, Texas Tech, all at 86. Then we're going to get it all the way to 23 right here, just to give you the top a little bit. Arizona State, Michigan, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Indiana, all at 85 overall. SMU, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn, and Duke round out your get you to 23. And yeah, for round numbers sake, South Carolina and Illinois at 82 overall in the upcoming game.
I feel like the person that did these rankings, it just looked at the transfer portal and said, "Ooh, which team got a good quarterback?"
Mm-hmm.
They're highly ranked. Duke and Indiana being up there doesn't really make much sense until you realize, okay, Duke, you got Darian Mensah from Tulane, one of the higher ranked quarterbacks in the transfer portal. Indiana, the same, getting Fernando Mendoza from Cal. I don't really these are terrible rankings. These are awful. These are really, really bad.
It's all for marketing sake.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's all to get you to buy the game.
It really just feels like
all those Texas A&M fans are buying that game ready to prove everybody wrong. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to jump online and show you. Gig 'em. We want to see.
And then by week 4, your team is a 78.
Come on. They're going to do all the,
I don't know.
Whatever the cheers are that they do. Because they put those guys in the game this year.
I saw that.
Gross.
They put a lot of cool stuff in there. just have really bad rankings.
But you know what? I don't care about any of that as a player, as a game. I don't care. Just make the actual between the white lines game better.
Yeah, we're two different kind of people, though. See, I'm a feature guy. May give me all the dumb features. I mean, drown me in features.
No.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's smashing X to get to the game. To like, I don't care about them running through the tunnel. I don't.
You
care
need to
about,
just play. I don't know what it's called, but there's a just football simulator. It's just nameless teams, and it's just pure X's and O's. You don't play that.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I need the immersion, the simulation, not even the simulation, the just like I said, all the features, all the random things. That's what makes it good to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and play terrible gameplay, but
number 5 overall, Ryan Williams, the fifth overall player in the game, 95. Caden Proctor coming in at number 10 at 94. Jaden Roberts, number 46 at 92. Tim Keenan, oh yes, respect the big man, at 58, also 92. Bray Hubbard, the 68th best player in the game, at 91. Deontay Lawson at 91 as well at 72. And Parker Brailsford as well at 91, or excuse me, at 91 overall, number 93 in the game, according to our friend Hunter DeCiver. So 7 players in the top 100. Where is Jeremy Bernard? Where's Ty Simpson?
Where he probably should be. Lower.
Ty Simpson, I'm going to guess, is rated at 84. Yeah.
That's probably accurate. He deserves, in my mind, to be about a 78.
All right, great perspectives. Yeah.
I just don't think, I would give Arch Manning about a 78.
Oh, Arch is definitely 87, 88.
Maybe by the end of the season, sure.
Let's see, because I bet you he's in that top 100. EA Sports rating. I bet you he is in that top 100. Yeah. What did you say you would rate him?
Like a 78.
How about 90?
He hasn't played. He hasn't played.
How about a 90?
He hasn't played. What am I? Am I ranked to 90?
Yes. Mason Lewis. The 94 overall co-host of the Joe Gaither show.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
Hey man, they got to get. Wasn't he on one of the covers, like the deluxe edition or whatever?
I'm sure he was. I mean, he's the most marketable name in college football.
90.
Oh, that is something. That's all I can say about that. I think you should have to at least play.
Hook 'em, baby. Da, 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 da.
All right. So Keelan Russell, 99 overall, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, because he's so good. We all know he's a 5-star, number 1 quarterback in the country. Has
absolutely
to be.
Multi-time state champion.
His ranking, I guarantee, probably about 75.
Yeah, probably lower.
What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing? We can't do it for one, but not the other. I hate it. I'm sick of it. Arch Manning is a child, and I don't want to say mean things about him, but I'm sick of hearing his name. I'm sick of hearing about him. I'm honestly growing weary of hearing about the Manning family in general. Peyton and Eli are wearing thin on me.
Don't worry, there's more coming. He's like, he's.
I just need, as long as the next one doesn't play quarterback. That's
they all
fine.
play quarterback,
and I know that's what sucks. I need some. Give me a gritty Manning running back.
And Tom Brady's kid too. Brady's kid plays quarterback too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have Manning Brady saga part 2.
Did you? In a similar vein, but off topic a bit, the discourse surrounding the NBA draft this past week, I saw a lot of people talking about. Doesn't seem like these players are hungry enough, and it's because they all grew up with NBA fathers. Because it's all just the damn kids now. It's a whole world of nepotism. Everybody, I hate it. I'm so sick of hearing about athletes' kids.
Our children have no chance.
We have no chance. We're going to get Bryce Young's son is going to be sitting in this seat however long.
Let's spin it to a more real ranking here, because yesterday the Walter Camp put out their preseason All-American team. You can read about it on BamaCentral.com, and these are not just game developers. These are it's a real publication.
Ball knowers.
Alabama getting 3 players selected to the Walter Camp preseason All-American team, 2 on the first team, 1 on the second team. Ryan Williams and Caden Proctor representing the Crimson Tide on the first team offense, and Tim Keenan representing the Crimson Tide on the second team defense. No love for Damani.
The disrespect continues.
No love for LT Overton. No love for Ty Simpson.
I'm sick of the disrespect for Damani Jackson. I don't know what he has to do to earn it. I guess
he's going to have to take out Jermon McCoy from Texas, Leonard Moore, from Notre Dame, and D'Angelo Pons.
Very good. And I'll give you that.
He's got to take out some of these defensive backs. So Caleb Downs, D'Angelo Pons from Indiana, and then on the second team, he's got to take out Coy Parrish from Minnesota, Dylan Thieneman from Oregon, Michael Taft from Texas, and Isaiah Nukobia from SMU.
And these are all names that I'm familiar with, of course. Very familiar with all of their games, so I can certainly, compare Damani Jackson. Damani Jackson belongs there, though. I understand. Again, maybe it is. We have talked about it. Maybe it's the crimson glasses, and like I just said, I don't really know all of these guys.
Mine are pink.
I'm not plugged in on watching the film for all the defensive backs in America, but I have watched a lot of Damani Jackson over the last 2 years. Last year. And he looks pretty daggum good to me. I just don't understand why I'm not seeing anybody talk about him being as good as I thought he was. Maybe I'm wrong, but I certainly don't think I am.
Well, there's your little Crimson Tide updates with a real team. Your quarterbacks are Cade Klubnik on the first team and Sam Levitt on the second team. Caleb Downs is, as we said, on the first team defense. Any other really notables here? Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt on the first team. Let's see. Jeremiah Love, first team running back. Let's see. Alabama had 3 players selected. Alabama, Texas, and Clemson were the only players that had 3 selections. So you talk about why are they 89? There's still people that actually believe in the Crimson Tide. Let's see. Anybody else notable here? Caden Green, tackle from Missouri. Okay, great. Okay, and the second team defense. You got Will Weeks, LSU. Centarian Perkins, Ole Miss as well.
Oh, man, that's the guy that I wanted to go to Alabama very bad.
All right, so there's you, Walter Camp preseason All-Americans. I don't really have a great, let's talk about this because we've done it a couple times. Who's missing, you can make an argument. I think Damani is probably the main argument. But he just gets a lot of disrespect.
Yeah, I think Damani's you're missing there. I think you can maybe make the argument Parker Brailsford belongs on one of those 2 teams.
Good eye. Yep.
Really, outside of those 2 guys, I don't know there's a lot of guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Alabama's very good, like I said, but I don't know if there's a lot of guys you can make the argument for being All-Americans.
You got to be
best
1 or 2 players at your position.
But those 2 guys certainly, I think, belong at least in the discussion. And it just, like I said, it really seems like no one is discussing, especially Damani, which is crazy.
All right. I think we got maybe 1 or 2 more topics remaining. Let me double check my notes. We hit Walter Camp. We hit Heisman Trophy. Okay, last thing for us. Before we do, we want to remind you that we are live in the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios. Call Derek and his team at 205-758-3391 for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, Derek Daniel is there. Call and see how much money he can save you today. He loves it. You call him. You call that number 205-758-3391. You tell him all about your vehicle, maybe about your house, and he spits you out a brand new number, and you say, wow, that saves me a lot of money, and I know your name. I don't have to call a 1-800 number for my insurance. And so Derek Daniel can take care of you. Derek is a Tuscaloosa native. He's lived here all his life, so he knows all the places to send your car and all the people to send to your home to repair it. He knows exactly what kind of a lake you're on if you're getting boaters insurance, and when you're moving across town to different apartments, he knows those apartments and those landlords for your renter's insurance, so he can make you feel really, really comfortable no matter your insurance needs. 205-758-3391. Like a good neighbor, Derek Daniel and State Farm is there. Last thing for us today is on the basketball train. We're going to spin to Alabama basketball as the Players Era Festival was announced. Alabama was already going to that, but you end up with your matchups, your first two matchups, and obviously the third matchup, just like last year, is contingent on results. Mm-hmm. But Alabama is going to be taking on the UNLV Running Rebs and the Gonzaga Bulldogs out there at the Players Era Festival in Las Vegas. Is this going to be? It is Thanksgiving weekend, right? Yeah, it's November 24th and 5th. So unless Thanksgiving is the later week this year, which I think it might be. Let's see, November. Yeah, Thanksgiving is it is that week. No, Thanksgiving is the 27th this year. So that's going to be on the Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving. Should I just tell my family I'm not coming? I'm going to Vegas.
You want to know what times Alabama's going to be playing?
I saw it. Tell them. Tell them. Get your coffee.
Looks like 8:30 Central against Gonzaga on Monday, November 24th, and then it will be 11 p.m. tip-off on Tuesday, November 25th.
But if you actually go to Las Vegas,
yeah.
If you get out there, it's not that late.
Not that bad. Yeah, you can just get out. I mean, what is that? That drives nothing. You can make that easily.
What is that drive? At 20-something hours, 30 hours? Let's see. That's Las Vegas. Let's see. Directions. It is 26 hours. How about that? 1 day, 2 hours, 1,800 miles. So we can hop in a little PJ and get over to Las Vegas. We can skip Thanksgiving with the fam and do UNLV and Gonzaga.
Do Thanksgiving at the Bellagio.
Yes, I'm sure they've got turkey. Dude, there'll be a lot.
They got all those like fancy buffets out there in Vegas.
A lot to be thankful for
and stuff. We could do that. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
So, what's the longest you think you could drive just straight? You think you could get through 26 hours?
No, the longest I ever have driven straight is roughly 12 or 13. So I'll do 13. You can take the other 13.
Yeah, there we go.
And I'll just be conked out in the back after mine.
That's doable.
Yeah. And then we'll be out there.
A lot of good matchups in this, though.
Which ones? Which others catch your eye? I'm looking at Hunter DeCyver's piece, so I'm only seeing the Alabamas.
Oh, well, here, I can just run down the couple of days here. Monday, we've got Tennessee and Rutgers, Baylor and Creighton, Kansas and Notre Dame, St. John's and Iowa State, Houston, Syracuse, Oregon, Auburn. That'll be a good one. Alabama, Gonzaga, Michigan, San Diego State, and Maryland and UNLV. Day 2, we got Rutgers, Notre Dame, Iowa State, Creighton, Kansas, Syracuse, St. John's, Baylor, Houston, Tennessee. That'll be a fun one.
Ugh, a rock fight.
It'll be good, though. Michigan and Auburn, which, again, probably a good one. Gonzaga, Maryland, Oregon, San Diego State, Alabama, UNLV. Some good matchups, I think.
Hey,
star-studded field.
Great event. They're definitely replacing.
Are they playing for more money this year? Let's see.
Hopefully. They're definitely replacing, as you find that, the Maui Invitational as the premier PLE. Not PLE. What do they call it? MTE. Sorry, that's WWE on my brain. MTE, multi-team event, not PLE, premium live event.
Looks like it's still just every team is assured $1 million for participating and then an extra $1 million for the team that wins.
Well, come on, y'all. Luttrell told y'all that. Come on, y'all want to win $1 million? And then the season,
such a great clip.
Season went off the rails. Was that where he got hurt, or was it?
It might have been. Was it? Because it wasn't. Was it against? Oh man,
It was that. It was right around that time, that week or the week later. It was not very far after that. Oh, Luttrell. Hope you're coming back very, very strong, sir.
December 3rd, 2024.
All right, so that's later. That's about a week and change later. We can change later for Luttrell. So hopefully he can get back into that tournament and make himself a lot of money. And yeah, we'll check it out. We'll skip Thanksgiving and be out there. That's Iron Bowl week, so we have to be back by We'll be back by Friday night, really.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, it's all good. After Alabama wins that third game, probably the day before Thanksgiving. Do you have the dates for that third game, even though they're TBA?
Let me pull it back up.
Sorry, I should have asked you that. Is it the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving, or is it going to be the Friday, the 28th, the day after Thanksgiving? Because last year they did take Thanksgiving off.
Wednesday, November 26th.
Yeah. Okay, so 25. Ooh, we love that. We're gonna simulate. We're gonna simulate 3 games in 3 days. We're gonna get it going, baby. Hope every scholarship player is ready to contribute some minutes.
You certainly have a lot of them.
Mari Allen out there playing. Who was he with? It was Phoenix Suns, Kentucky Wildcats, Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker.
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. So he was out there with Devin Booker and just training, just photos that I saw.
Cool.
So we'll see. Amari Allen, watch out for that fella. I think that he might be a small player.
Always
Keaton
so
Bristow.
interesting. And just how these players, I'm assuming it's an AAU circuit thing. Just make all these connections, and you see, like you just said, a guy who's a freshman now at Alabama doing runs with NBA players or something. It's like, how did you even get there? But I'm sure it's, like I said, some AAU thing. It's just funny to see it happen.
So we're going to get out of here for the day. Thanks to everybody for watching us on the BamaCentral YouTube channel, the BamaCentral Facebook page, right here on my own social media machines at Joe Gaither 6. If you listen to the show, we appreciate you subscribing, rating, reviewing on Apple Podcasts, Amazon. Cool. Bubble, BUBBL, also holds us as well. Bubble has a huge podcast platform. You can find us really wherever you find your podcast. We will get out of here for the day. We have some positive communication with Alabama quarterback commit Jet Tamala. I believe we'll be talking to him tomorrow in the afternoon and playing it on Friday for 4th of July. Mason Woods, be thinking about this over the next 24 hours. 10 minutes on the clock. How many hot dogs can you eat? Joey Jaws Chestnut returns to the Nathan's Hot Dog contest on Friday, and I cannot wait. Oh, my gosh, I'm so excited.
Honestly, a travesty what they did to him.
Terrible what happened not having him. Like, honestly, I don't care who won last year. His consecutive streak continues in my mind.
Last year it didn't count because Joey wasn't there.
Exactly.
It's a Mickey Mouse title. It's fake.
10 minutes on the clock. Everybody can leave their comments. How many hot dogs can you eat? We'll talk about that tomorrow and Friday right here on the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral and BamaCentral.com.